One thing Corey says to do is after a date, don't call or text a girl, wait a week, and then reach out again to try to set another definite date, right? So like basically you end a date, then fucking no contact for a week, and then you set another date, right? So he's like, it might be a week and a half before you see her again, stuff like that, right? And she needs time to wonder about you. I have lost so many chances with second dates that I probably didn't need to because I was testing that theory out. What I ended up finding worked best for me was Dr. Robert Glover's recommendation, which was after a date, you go home, you let her wait all the next day until like the end of the work day, right? Because you're busy, you're at work, and then you send her a message like maybe 5 or 6 p.m. saying, hey, just want to let you know I had a great time last night. And that's it. Then you wait about 2 to 3 days to set another definite date. And so that's like, it lets her not wait. It lets her wonder about you for the next day, but not too long. Lets her know that you did have a good time. You don't get specific about it. And then you still give her a little bit of time to wonder about you and think about you. And then you reach out by like the second or third day after that. It's like the perfect sweet spot I found. It that worked out so much better for me than Corey's method.
Do you know, Nathan gave me Nathan DeLeon, our brother Nathan, came up with an amazing technique for that. Okay, so there's two techniques, and they both actually come from people, not from books.
Okay.
So after you've had a successful first date, and it's good, and she loved it, and she's, kissing deeply, and that it's kind of on for the next date, and it's like the passion, the sparks are there, and it's like you've tried to go into your car like 3 times, but you're making out more, that it's on.
Right.
Here's what you do. This is the best of both worlds. So your technique sounds good. I approve of that. I think that's good.
Yeah.
What Nathan said, this is just genius. Nathan said, you turn around to her and go, cool, send me a message.
Oh yeah. You tell her to message you.
Yeah. Like I got one today, this afternoon, from the girl last night. The girl last night said, definitely next time, because I was like, sort of escalating in the parking lot. And then I said, great, shoot me a message and we'll set it up. And so she waited, she got anxious, and she starts thinking about me and wondering about me. But then she knows, instead of just giving up and going, okay, it's fucked, she knows, like, oh, he said send me a message. So now what do? Every time they've sent me a message.
Yeah.
Every time that's worked.
So Nathan's methods worked every time, like 100% success rate.
Yeah. I mean, then you can wait the 3 days if you want, but it never is 3 days. They will always reach out the next day if you've told them to.
Yeah.
Even if that means they say, hey, I think we're looking for something different. Or
Sure.
if they say, I think you're a complete idiot, whatever. Like, that technique works because you're not the one chasing them. You're not the one coming at them being needy. You just go, yeah, cool, send me a message.
It also is a good test of interest, I would say. like because if they're not interested, they're not going to text back. I want him to chase me,
Oh yeah.
One of those chicks.
Of course you do. The other one was Benny Licton Warner's line, and I still see idiots getting this wrong. Oh no, Corey, the book says don't confirm. The book says. Have you?
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. I always confirm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Parada.
Yeah, exactly. So that way works. But Benny's one is, I like Benny's technique.
The what did you pick?
Can't wait to see what you pick out to wear for me.
Yeah.
That's genius. I mean, it will get shit tested. But what I do when they shit test us, I just completely ignore the test and go, great, see you at 7. I'm just like, see you soon.
Yeah. That's how I started confirming that way once Benny told me that one too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That works. Because if you don't confirm, like, you're not living on this planet. Like, you clearly, if you're a guy who believes that works, you've never been on a date.
There's so many guys that will follow Corey's no confirm to the letter because they think somehow it makes you come across as needy. And they will get stood up all the time, and then they'll justify it by saying, well, I just have a good time by myself anyway. So I'll go to the venue and I'll just have a good time. Like, dude, Are you really, or are you just coping right now? You know, because ever since I started confirming, never got stood up. I had chicks flake on me. I've had chicks canceled, but I never drove an hour to a venue just to wait around for no one to show up. I've never had that happen.
Oh yeah, that's another one that I'm doing now. If I'm doing one where I have to drive like more than 20 minutes, I will send a message as well. If I'm driving like an hour to meet someone in the middle, or if I'm going to their area for whatever reason, I will say on my way. If you think they might flake, I will say on my way, like 15 minutes before I leave the house, to see if they go, oh, actually my sister and my dogs had a, my dog's had a tumor, and my sister's coming into town, and my grandma's, doing an ice skating contest. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I give them the chance to flake if I think they're going to flake. Like, I know I'm the shit. Yeah. And I know that me confirming a fucking date does not make me look needy.
It doesn't. No, it really depends on how you say it. Like Benny suggests, right? When you tell them, I can't wait to see what you picked out for me. Well, shit, if they don't respond to that, they don't reply to that, you just don't show up. And then you're the one standing people up, if she does show up magically, but she won't. If she's going to be there at the date, she'll reply to that text.
Yeah. If you've got things going on in your life, that, a girl not turning, like the idea of a girl thinking that you are, whatever she may or may not think, or whether she does or doesn't turn up, is not important. All that's important is that your time isn't messed around. And especially if you've got other options with women, you wouldn't even think twice about that. And if you've got other options with women, you wouldn't even think about like, oh, waiting 5 days after a date. No, you don't. It doesn't like, oh, so you've just taken her out. You've shown her your value. You've given her the time of your life, but like, oh no, if I text her now, I'm done. No, not fucking at all.
Yeah.
Well, who the fuck thinks that?
Right. People without abundance, that's who. What's up, brother? If you like this clip, go back and listen to the full episode. I guarantee you'll love it. Visit my channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe now. If you prefer to listen to longer episodes in audio format, the podcast is available on all major podcast platforms.